Do the wiggle wiggle, beat the wiggle wiggle, do the wiggle 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 wiggle. Hey everybody, Wiggle Man in the house. You see, let's talk about a few things. I just set up a community for for my channel, this channel, the Liv Morgan or Bust Baby channel. You know, you see, I would like to see posters of all my followers and subscribers out there who that supports this channel, and my passion of Liv Morgan. If you guys are huge Liv Morgan fans, you just hit a like and give me your opinion. You know, and also, so what do you guys think of Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch working together? You know, you see, Becky Lynch helped Seth Rollins retain his title by disposing of CM Punk. You see, when CM Punk was trying to finish off Seth Rollins, a masked lady would come out and low blowed her, which revealed to be Becky Lynch. And I knew I knew it all along that Becky Lynch was going to come out and help her husband. you know, and that's when I thought on my mind was, will AJ Lee come back? You see, I'm not too crazy about AJ Lee. Just because she's from New Jersey too doesn't mean I'm crazy. I'm too crazy about AJ Lee. You see, AJ Lee's got issues. You know, because remember the last time she was with the WWE. You know, you see, she was charming at the time. You know, she was good friends with this other wrestler named Caitlyn in the days in the NXT. You know, and then in the main roster, they were good friends. They used to team with together, and then all of a sudden, AJ Lee, when AJ Lee became the general manager, you know, AJ Lee started acting weird and strange, and and she's kind of like paranoid schizophrenic, and that's gotten to Vicky Guerrero's attention, you know, and AJ Lee began flirting with John Cena, and you know something, AJ Lee, you know you know the bottom line is, you see, she was the strength of it all, you know, and you see, she was jealous of Caitlyn, that the women's wrestler who's originally from Houston, you know, and she used to play mind games on Caitlyn right after she turned on Caitlyn, you know, she had to rely on Dolph Ziggler, who who we now know as Nick Nemeth in and he's now in TNA, and 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 she even relied on Big E to help her with her mind games on Caitlyn. You know, that's way before Big E, formed the New Day with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods before he retired to become a broadcast journalist because of neck injuries. And I remember when AJ Lee used her mind games aims to put Caitlyn into commission and took her Divas Championship away from Kate. And AJ Lee, she was skipping, been all over the place. And you know something, I don't like when she does that. I really didn't like when she was skipping, been all over the place. That she's all happy and going lucky, and you know something, she played mind games on all the divas. She played mind games on Natalia and them, you know, and she even played mind games on the Bella twins, Brie and Nikki, and then um, you know, she went on the remainder of the 1 year. Was it 2000 um two, 2014, 2013, 2014 that AJ Lee had that belt, the Divas title, you know, because nobody didn't put her away because she outsmarted and out wrestled with all of them. And then the following night on Raw, she had to defend her championship in an open challenge, and which came out to be the NXT Women's Champion, Paige, who is also known as Saraya on AEW. And 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 Saraya, you did what no diva could. She pinned AJ Lee and won the Divas title. But she didn't last because Lee got it back. And then AJ Lee grew soft on her second reign as Divas champion, being only for Nikki Bella, who turned, who got a new leaf and turned heel and relied on her sister Brie to finally gain revenge on AJ and took the Divas championship away from AJ. And AJ was growing soft, growing stale, and she stayed home, you know, you know, cooking and cleaning and washing clothes for old CM Loser. Now she's back, and I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. What are you doing back in WWE, AJ Lee? You trying to help your husband out? CM Punk, who he hasn't been on a roll these days, because wanna know why? Because Seth Rollins figured him out. Because remember when CM Punk won the world title from Gunther, Seth popped out of nowhere, whoa, and cashed in his Money in the Bank contract on CM Loser and pinned him 1, 2, 3, at the guidance of Paul Heyman, and he became a two-time world heavyweight champion, and to begin a long reign as the world heavyweight champion, the longest reigns ever, but since he's got Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed at his side. They cannot be stoppable. The Vision cannot be stoppable. They cannot be stoppable. They're unstoppable. They're going to be an unstoppable force. They're twice as unstoppable force the bloodline line would be. Because the last time Paul Heyman had a champion in his in a group, it was Roman Reigns, and he was unstoppable unstoppable for like a couple of years. Nobody nobody body touched him. He was untouchable. He was untouchable until Cody Rhodes figured him out. Now Seth Rollins is going to be untouchable force. Now he has Becky Lynch, with his side, his wife, and Paul Heyman and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker at his side. Oh, Seth Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins. He's the visionary, and he will be unstoppable. He's going to be untouchable. So so you better get that into your head, CM loser, sir. And you need to get that into your head, AJ Lee, because just because not even you could help her do that. You need to go back where you came from, AJ Lee, because you like your husband is all washed up and all washed up. So who's ready for WWE AAA Worlds Collide? Because Dirty Dominic Mysterio is challenging El Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship. Yep, and I bet you he's going to dedicate that to Liv Morgan, storyline wise. I would like to see that, but you're gonna see that on YouTube, on the WWE's YouTube channel. And don't forget, on September 20th, of you know you're gonna be watching a special WWE live event on ESPN called WrestlePalooza. WrestlePalooza. And it's going to be on Saturday night on the ESPN channel. So that's all I got to say now. But don't forget, get to join my community, guys. So what do you think of Becky Lynch joining forces with her husband Seth freaking Rollins in the vision, and what do you think of AJ Lee's return to back up CM Punk? Hit a like and give me your opinion. And this has been in a Wiggle Man, Liv Morgan or Bust Baby channel production. Liv Morgan or bust, baby. Liv Morgan or bust. Thank you very much. See y'all later. Toodles.